Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday morning pause with Elizabeth Elenor. And how was your weekend? What did you get up to this weekend? Today I want to talk about being a vision walker. I want you to be a vision walker. So let me just check the little thing here. There I am. Awesome. So good morning, Irene. Lovely to have you here. So what is a vision walker? I wanted to share with you that on Friday I went to an event that was like a planning session. It was a planning session for my business. It was a networking event. And what we did was we worked out, what is it we want to create in the next 3 months. And I really noticed, I think there was about 15 women there. And I really noticed in the flow of learning about each other and exploring what it is that you want to create. A lot of us are so focused on what's going wrong and what's happening in our current reality that's causing challenges to getting to what it is that we want to create, right? And we've been so conditioned to, it's part of our nature. It's part of our nature to look at what's wrong, what's going wrong, so that we are safe and we survive, right? It's part of our brain pathways. Look at, it's the old reptilian part of us. There's always looking for the tiger outside the cave, right? And so we're constantly checking to make sure our mind is constantly checking to see, are we okay? Is everything going okay? Am I going to survive? Am I in danger? Am I safe? All of those things, right? So it's natural for us to continuously think about what is going wrong in our current reality, what's going on in our present moment, right? And look at what's gone on before in our past to marry that up. Okay, this is what happened last time. This is what's happening now, and that then is the database of our potential of what the threats could be. The lion outside the cage, the tiger outside the cave. So it's actually outside of our natural way of being to be a creator, to step outside of that and to look at what it is that you want to choose to create instead. And so when I say vision walker, there's so much going on out in the world at the moment that we can put into our data bank and say, this is what's going wrong. The world's doing this. This is what the interest rates are doing. This is what's going on, in my relationship, whatever it might be, right? And there's stress and there's tension. And right now we're in between 2 eclipses as well, and we've got a full moon coming up very shortly in Scorpio. And so there's all of this stuff going on. As one of my friends pointed out, it's like we're in a wormhole at the moment. Good morning, Helen. And so we can get caught up in these frequencies of the planet. What's going on out there in the world, what's happening with our planets and how they're aligning or retrograding and all of this stuff. And it can affect our energetic field, right? However, when you are really taking ownership of your own environment, ownership of your own, map of who you are, like this individual that you've created as, mine's Elizabeth. When you can take ownership of that and you walk in your vision, that's when we can make huge shifts and changes, not only in our own surroundings, but also in the world. Because when you change your frequency and really align with being the powerful creator that you are, and making the choice every single day, this is what I'm choosing to create. When you really step into that, that frequency emanates out into the world, and you are being an influencer in the world and being a magnet to those that you want to attract that are doing the same thing. And your world starts shifting incrementally, and the world starts shifting incrementally, and we have more people on the planet living the dream of what their vision is than in the problem-solving reality of being concerned about, as Esther Hicks says, or Abraham says, beating the drum over here instead of living the life that you choose to create and stepping into that and owning that instead and knowing it to be true. Because outside of the influences of, the interest rates, the poverty, the racial discrimination, the all of those things, when we can really, really step into taking ownership, and I get that sometimes that means not actually engaging in our reality and having to deal sometimes with the conflicts, and as we equalize that energy, because when we are living in what it is that we want to create, we're focused forward. But it's not even just about focusing forward, because when you focus forward, sometimes, good morning Katie, lovely to have you here. Yeah, in many ways it is 3D versus 5D creation, absolutely. And so when you're focused forward, but when, like, it's going, what is it that I choose to create instead? In any given moment, this is something we've got to be really consistent and diligent with, because our current reality is here, right? Our current reality is that, this and that's going on, and you can engage in that if you choose to, right? And it's quite easy. You go outside, like I don't watch TV, right? However, I hear people talking. I see it, like I might go somewhere else and get a glimpse of a newspaper on the, at the shops, billboards, freaking you name it is happening. You can hear it, even if you're not in the programming, right? So you've got to be very diligent to disengage with that and go, okay, yep, I get that, and this is what I'm choosing instead. So when you're being a vision walker, you're stepping into what it is that you want to create instead. But not only that, ladies, this is the important part. If you just step into the vision of it and then you're focused forward, you're still in this space of it's not here now. You're still in this space of it's something that you're going to, and it's something that you're trying to achieve. It's something that's in the future, which will never ever come to fruition, because the future is always going to be the future, right? What's really important is to actually step into the now. So you go, okay, what's going on in my current reality? I'm having a struggle with, my children, or I'm having a struggle with finances, or I'm not getting on very well with my partner, or I'm concerned about the interest rates in the on my house. I want to go on holidays, but I can't afford it, or I can't find a job, or whatever it might be, right? Whatever the story is that's going on for you at the moment, because all of us are, like in that tension. When you find yourself in that space, you want to step back for a moment, step out of it, and go, what do I choose instead? We choose our own reality. Absolutely, Helen. So what do I choose instead? What is it that I'm going to create in this moment in my body, so my frequency is elevating and I am not creating those low vibrations in my energy field where I feel stuck, where I feel like I'm a yo-yo, where I feel like I'm just teetering on, anxiety and depression and overwhelm and all of those things. What do I choose to create instead? Because regardless of what you're seeing, you can actually make the physical choice not to engage with it. So you're having a challenge with a partner, for example, and you're standing there and you've got all of this stuff going on, and you can stop for a moment and pause. Okay, what do I choose instead? I choose to have a beautiful, harmonious, connected, loving relationship with my partner. So in that moment, what does that mean in this moment? That might mean stopping, listening, deeply listening and going, okay, I hear you. I hear that this is something that's important to you. I hear that you're having a challenge at the moment. What can I do to support you in this challenge? And pausing and just pivoting, because you've made the decision to engage in a different way. Because your vision is long term, is not now, is not stuck in this current reality. Because this current reality will loop and loop and loop and loop. And, you think about our own unconscious that wants to hold us in this loop of problem solving. Then you step up, there's then of course there'll be a family group, but then there's this world group, right? Community group. And as above, so below, or so below as above, right? Morning, Tam. Harmony is what I choose. I have spent time caught up in the small things which have taken me out of harmonious experience with my son particularly. Yeah. So what is it that you choose, right? Let's be a vision walker. Let's make that decision to be in the vision and to walk that vision on a regular basis. Because when we're in what was I saying? I was talking about the current reality. We can be in this current reality, and the as above, so below. So the collective consciousness is also in problem solving, right? Now we can go into definitions of all sorts of stuff, right? We can make judgments and assessments of conspiracy theories and all sorts of stuff. And you may be right. You may be right. But is it, yes, you're a vision walker, Helen, awesome. You may be right about conspiracies. You may be right about the government not looking after us. You may be right about all of these things. However, is it what you choose? Because even if you're right, you're making that choice to engage in that part of it, to be hooked into that part of it, that part that doesn't allow safety, that doesn't allow harmony, that doesn't allow balance, that doesn't allow, a vision of an amazing world. So there's all sorts of different frequencies going on. And I know that when you can step out of the problem solving, whether it be in your own personal life, whether it be in your family, whether it be in your world view of what's going on, when you can step out of the problem solving, what's been going on in the past, and marrying it into the future, into the present, instead going, what do I choose to create? Because it only takes one, right? What do I choose to create? And bringing that into your present moment. I choose to be a vision walker. I choose to experience the good in people. I choose to experience my son as an amazing, powerful creator. And even if he's not experiencing that at the moment, for example, holding him in that vibration, knowing that he has the potential and the ability to sort out whatever's going on for him between the two of you, for example, but holding the space of what is it, I'm an amazing, powerful, loving, supportive, connected mother, and he has the power to be an amazing human being. He's got this. He can work this out, and I can hold space for him to do that with me, if it's something that's going on between the two of you, or within whatever his environment is, right? Holding that space to see everyone in their greatness, and then you will be in that same frequency, and you will see the changes as they start tuning into your frequency and start leveling up and coming up with inspired ideas of what their current reality challenges might be. Hey, I just had this idea that maybe I could do it this way, for example, right? Yes, Tam, well done. So I've been giving attention to the anxious and low power. Yeah. And let's not beat ourselves up about it, because there's a lot of focus on that, and so unless we are continuously diligent with our own choices, then it's so easy for us to flow into that energy. It's about really taking courage and being consistent. So what I do is every morning, before I wake up, before I get out of bed, I wake up, I take my time waking up, and I might look out the window and enjoy what's going on outside, and I then take a moment and I feel in my body, wow, I really am living the life I love, right? So I pick the things that I know are going really well for me. I pick the things about what I can be doing today that are really going to light me up. I think about those things. I allow those things to become a vibration in my body. I connect into those things and I put a smile on my face, because what I'm doing is I'm training my unconscious to be okay with being okay. So I tune into that. I tune into the fact that I'm healthy and vital. And even if I've got things that are going on in my body, I tune into the things that I know are healthy for me, that I can see, that I can hear, that I can smile, that I can move my arms. I tune in to in a way, this is gratitude, right? I tune into all of the things that are powerful and that are working for me. I tune into living my true nature and purpose. I tune into the excitement of being able to come in and talk to the collective that are women of light. I tune into working with my team to support more and more women that are working in their business and supporting them to really stand into their passion and their purpose, and to, you know, to be raising the vibration of the planet. I know that that's what I'm here for. So I tune into those things before I get out of bed, so that I've got this excitement already. I don't get on this first thing. I take a moment, I pause, I feel comfortable in my body. I know I go and I think about the warmth of the shower because it's getting chilly here. I think about the warmth of the shower. I think about the fact that on the weekend I had a beautiful man that we completely cleaned the whole house so that we could wake up in the morning ready on Monday for this beautiful clean. Like, we dusted, we cleaned all the screens, we did all sorts of stuff so that we could wake up this morning and start the 1st of May with beautiful energy in the house, right? So being a vision walker is all about making choices of how you want to feel right now. What is it that you want to create in your life? Putting blinkers on so that whatever's going on out there in the world, and I get it, there's lots going on, and you can quite easily go into that if you want to. You can go into all of the woes of the world. I don't think it's going to make any difference whether you tune into it or not. Whether it's going to, like, we're on a trajectory. Actually, I do think it's going to make a difference. When we can step into being a vision walker, when we can step into owning our frequency and taking, you know, creating this amazing flow and living our dream now, we change the frequency of the planet. And so it's actually not just you that this is for, but this is for your children. This is for your children's children. This is for the planet. This is for the children over in Africa. This is crucial for us to be making this decision to live in our vision of what we choose to create on a regular basis, every day. Every morning, make that choice. Step into and set up your frequency ready for the day. Think about all of the beautiful things that you can do to step into that amazing experience of what it is that you want to create, right? You want to bring that vision into the now, experience it now, and then as you're doing that, you'll get insight. I woke up this morning, and I often wake up in the morning on a Monday morning, not knowing what this is going to be, what my session's going to be about. This morning when I was doing my choices, when I was doing all of this, it dropped in. The words vision walker dropped in. Now I know that's because in my current reality, on Friday, I'd gone to this event, and I noticed, because, you know, I'm isolated in this little room, I work from home, I'm in my own little bubble, right? So often I need to get out there and network so that I see what's going on in the world. And I go to this event on Friday, and I was shocked at how many women were so engrossed in their own current reality, in their problems. This is what's happening. I don't have this. I don't have. I was put into a group of 4 women, and 2 of them spoke about 5 different events that had been cancelled recently because they couldn't get the numbers. 5 events. Now, I just felt the moment where the anxiety that comes up when I say these things in the field, the anxiety of the current reality. Now, I haven't had that experience because I'm a vision walker. I'm choosing, this is what I'm choosing. I'm choosing to hold this beautiful end result and to live it now in my current reality, right? Now, for those that may not know, one of the things I do in my business is I support women to clear any of those limiting beliefs, the blocks, the fears, the overwhelm, the the genetic information, so past lives, genetic information that's actually in our blood, that to support those things. Thank you, Helen. You are such a wonderful example for us all. Thank you so much, Helen. I do this process of clearing those things out of my reality, and I support women to do the same, right? To clear it from where the source came, so that you can make these incremental steps. So I'm going to ask you, what is it that you can do today? I want you to hold that vision. See in your mind what it is that you're choosing to create. And we're on the 1st of May, so what is it that you would like to create in the next month? Feel into that. Let's everyone just gently close our eyes. And just taking a nice deep breath and really sitting back into your body and being present right now. What is it that you would like to create? What would you like to see in your reality by the 1st of June? And bring that into the now moment. Feel what it feels like. Know it to be true, and imagine that this has already been created. And you're sitting there in the luxury of it. You're sitting there in the awesomeness of it. You're sitting there in the juiciness of it. You can feel it. This is a memory of the future that you're feeling right now. You're happy, you're fulfilled. This beautiful momentum that was created. Feel that feeling in your body. Know it to be true. And I want you just to take a moment, because I'm going to get you to imagine or experience with this question, what is it that I am going to do today? What do I choose today that's going to incrementally get me towards that event, that result on the 1st of June? What can I do today? It's just one little step that I can do today towards that end result. And just feel that and allow that to drop in. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Did everyone get one thing that they can do today? When you get that one thing, the most important thing for you to do is to actually do it. Take the action. Because that little monkey mind that I was talking about before, that part of us that's constantly in the past, we need to get that on board, bring it into the future. We need to bring it into the present, let it know that it's safe, that it's on board, get it to upgrade, right, so that it's in alignment with us. So by taking that action, yes, I'm going to ask for some advice and guidance. Awesome. See how that Libby is a great example, because that's just this incremental moment, this action that she's going to do today, to move that marker closer to what it is that you're creating, right? So by bringing that in and taking that action, you're actually letting your unconscious know that it's safe. It's safe to be on board with the conscious. It's safe to be in this vision. It's safe to move into a little bit of the unknown, right? By taking that action, you're bringing your unconscious in and getting it to support you and your vision. And we are powerful beings, ladies, right? We are really powerful, because as we hold this vision and we take the action, the universe goes into this, like, the chaos theory, right? Awesome, Christiane. Lovely. Believe more in myself. That's the action she's taking today, right? What happens is, when you're holding that end result and you're taking the action towards it, incrementally all of the molecules that are and atoms start moving and shifting and bringing these things together, and then all of a sudden it's like people go, it was like a miracle, or I had this synchronicity happen. It's amazing. And it's actually what we're here to do. This is being a vision walker. This is being a conscious creator. This is taking ownership of being a powerful woman. So I'd love to see you next Monday. And I'd love to hear how things went for you for the week. If you can do this process every day, right? What is it I'm choosing to create? What am I going to take? What is my action today to support me to incrementally move forward into that? If you have any challenges with this, please reach out. I'm here to support and to get as many of us to be vision walkers and to be changing the course of history, to be moving us into this amazing place. We have the opportunity. Consciousness is ready for us to really step into our power. Take care, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch you very, very shortly. Mwah.